Quiet on the set! All right, well that is as much of an omen as one could possibly hope to have when embarking out into the wilderness of recording oneself in front of people. A very Valerie Cherish hello, hello, hello to you out there. It is I, Tom.
And Galen.
And we are 15 minutes of fuming it through yet another phase of the apocalypse. Won't you join us?
What is hot in church today?
Yeah, we're gonna have to just zip through these as well as we possibly can because we have no air. We're like astronauts circling the globe, cut off from the space station. We only have so much time before which these conditions become inhospitable to organic life. So we are going to be sniffing the Ménage à Trois perfumes from the recent Double Lunacy that we have. We only have 7 out of the 8. But we're gonna smell them, we're gonna talk about them, and then we're gonna stop filming and turn on the air conditioner.
Number 1.
We're doing these in the order that they were presented in the email, in case that matters at all.
Right.
And that means we're starting with fern, red clover, and wild lettuce. Let us begin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it smells more refreshing than it feels in here. That's for sure. This is the smell of it being cooler outside than it currently is inside.
This is like, it's got like a tartness to it, and I'm assuming that's the clover?
It is like
Maybe
a
the fern?
fantasy meadow. Fantasy meadow. It's kind of like one of those weird things, like it's like a vanilla that you think will be kind of limiting because it's like all one thing, except for there are dimensions of flavor in it that you're like, oh yeah, I should eat this more often. And that's how I feel about wild clover.
That you should eat it more often?
Yeah, obviously it smells
I
delicious.
haven't given it a real chance, have I?
So anyone who's in love with grass smells needs this, because if you're scared of the lettuce, there's just like a lovely, gentle, chlorophyll-laden humidity to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it has more dimension than I think a lot of grass, like single-note grass, would have. Because there's just like different slices of green, you know? It's like one of those paint chips from the hardware store that shows like a like wonderful kind of like frosty warm green, I almost said, in like every shade. With names like, you know...
Wild lettuce.
Mint chip.
Mint julep.
Yes. When I was a child, all I wanted to be in the world was the person who got to come up with names for all the colors on the paint cards. Weirdly closer to being able to apply for that job than ever before.
Should we try it on?
Yes, oh yes, by all means. I would just say, I mean, it's very refreshing to...
we could talk about paint chips all
I
day.
know. And we don't have time to wander because we're running out of air. I'll fan you while you put it on. That would be me in the space station with my like last gasp of oxygen, like smelling a perfume. I'm a lifer.
This almost smells like apple, like a tart apple.
I get that, but like it's almost as if the sweetness has been desaturated out of it.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Nor is it super tart, but it still's got that like crisp,
There is a
juicy,
tartness. Yeah.
you know, like cool suggestion. Like, it's like you're eating an apple, but the space intentionally left blank, and all you have is, like, the color and the texture and the humidity, you know? I'm going to say the word humidity over and over again while filming this, and it's just because we had a thunderstorm yesterday, and my brain is crazed by the amount of moisture in the air.
It's, like, real soggy.
It was an act of self-harm to film this video today.
Yeah.
I will say that, I mean, really all that's important, I think, for me to share about this delightful fragrance before we move on is that it seems really stable on the skin in terms of, like, how it smells in the bottle versus how it's smelling now. Yeah. Not a lot of surprises.
Yeah.
These lovely 3 fresh green scents kind of braided together in a nice, cool way.
Yeah.
One may eventually stand out, and I'll notice that an hour from now and be like, I wish I had known to say that in the video. These videos are really useful, I think, for people so they don't feel surprised by like something that pokes out at them from a scent that they weren't prepared for. And there's no one note here that I think is like, if you don't like this, don't buy this.
Yeah.
It does what it says on the tin.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I find this incredibly enjoyable.
Yes, I would love to sit and talk for 5 minutes about exactly why and share like scent association memories, but we would die. So instead, we're
running out of air.
We're going to smell green cardamom, oak moss, and patchouli. Wow.
Yeah.
Prepare thine nostrils.
Hold on to your britches.
Find a pair of breeches and hold on to them.
Oh my god. Okay. Like, I love this one so much, and it is just incredible, and
Yeah.
like 10 out of 10 stars.
It's giving me like a sensation in my britches.
I like it is.
So it's because of the oak moss and patchouli are combining here to kind of create something that's a little more cologne-y, and that it smells like a sexy person
Yeah.
being sexy on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That green cardamom is like that, just that bit of spice to put you over the edge.
Yes.
Not the scent over the edge. You are like over the edge with anticipation. It's so good.
It makes it also like, it contributes to the freshness of the oak moss and makes it kind of like lively and spicy. So instead of going like deep and earthy and like, you know,
like that.
Yeah. Instead, it's like kind of just like more vivacious. I almost got kind of like a head rush smelling it because it's just so like, it's like light. It's like a light patchouli.
Yeah, it's one of the like sweeter light patchoulis. It's not like the deep dark stanky patchouli.
Yeah, this is like a light stanky.
Yeah. Perfect for spring or summer.
Yeah, this is like an amusement park ride, and we're going to like go on the roller coaster together and like touch each other when it goes into a tunnel.
Are you talking about Fear?
No! Oh my god! Not consciously.
Everyone at home starts singing Wild Horses.
Oof. I had not seen that movie until recently, and that scene happened with the thing, and I was just like, I cannot believe what I'm watching.
And then your life has changed.
I wish the movie just stopped
and your
there.
opinion of Wild Horses is changed. Suddenly, like, you know, being in the grocery store and having that song come on, it's a whole different meaning. You're
I
just
know.
like, oh my god, Reese is on that roller coaster again.
I know. Mark Wahlberg is like a problematic, like, attraction that's best revisited only, you know, in concept, in the abstract.
Nicole Forever.
Gross. Okay.
This is so good, and I'm sorry that we've spent so much time talking about the movie Fear, which I love, but
I would say,
This
like,
is
read
so
into
good.
that, though, in terms of, like, figuring out what the scent is, and, like, there's a sort of an interesting sensual danger, but it's also kind of
Yeah.
out in the open, like, in the outdoors. So
yeah.
I
All right,
think
that's like actually a pretty apt comparison.
moving on.
And the next one is...
The next one is a white fig, coconut, and cream, which is an entirely different Reese Witherspoon movie. You know?
Which one is that?
I don't know, maybe there's like some like Big Little Lies action happening because it's like, you know, pensive and by the seaside and like ultimately...
She loves to look at the ocean.
Oh,
and-
wow. In the bottle, I would almost say it would be, I would consider this almost marshmallowy, probably because, you know, coconut and cream, I can see. It's like a vegan marshmallow.
You're not wrong. There is like a marshmallow floof in
It
there.
soothes the, like, burn, the shocker burn I was feeling from smelling the other one. Suddenly, I'm enough by myself, and I don't need that nasty man to validate me or make my parents angry.
I mean, this is just like incredibly like just pillow soft, and you're like,
Yeah. The coconut and cream, I'm
On
not
a
getting
cloud.
so much fig in the bottle, although I know
Yeah.
from my past experience with fig scents, I can tell that it's in there.
I can tell that it's in there, but the coconut seems to be like this super creamy coconut.
These
is-
are those
was
just
what's
like
standing out.
Mario clouds like drifting by in like a perfectly blue solid, you know, Pantone sky.
Yes, that's
Incredible.
exactly it.
Whew, okay. Well, you know, this is one of those that just makes you want to like pour it in your coffee, which of course I cannot legally recommend, nor would I ever do.
Don't do that. Don't.
I can tell.
I do not
it's funny
endorse
too.
it.
After going with that other one that it was so lively and like robust, I can tell that this is going to wear closer to the skin. It's going to be more subtle. Like we always want to like. I feel like I'm a slatherer and I want to wallow in the cream scent, and it's like you put it on, but it only like reaches a certain threshold of intensity, maybe for the wearer, and then everyone else around you, their eyes are like watering. But
yeah, this
I want more,
I've
actually.
tried this one on before, and it like on the skin it is super soft. It's doing that thing again, but it's.
It's like you can only relax so hard, you know? Oh, okay,
It's very light and sweet and soft and filmy.
Fig is blooming on the skin, though.
Yeah.
Like, it comes out and there's, like, a fruitier aspect to it right away. Which is nice, because it's not, like, crazy, like, you know, black cherries in your face kind of situation.
No, that one's coming later.
That will be later. But there's, like, an extra dimension, and then that, like, spun sugar floof is just kind of like a web around it.
Yeah.
Really nice. After the last one, it's kind of a relief to have... The first two, actually. It's a relief to have something really nice and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a super candy, sugared up way either.
No.
Just something like kind of pleasantly... You want to nuzzle this. It's
Yeah.
like... It's like a soft, bare shoulder that you just want to, like... You know... Wipe your tears on.
Your face grease.
Your face grease. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. I switched to that non-talc powder because of the asbestos poisoning, but I'm just not sure it's really going to cut the grease. Next is tuberose, melon, and mandarin. What a great batch of like summer Mènage scents, by the way. I just feel like I am on like a vacation with many stages, you know?
Yes. It's a big vacation.
Wow. This is a wonderful warm weather fruit blend.
Oh, there's a stray hair in my face. Okay.
Is it yours?
Yeah, I
That's
think
really
so.
all that matters.
Okay.
In the bottle, this is like robustly fruity. I know that like tuberose has a lot of, you know, strength to overcome here in terms of asserting itself in the bottle. This melon mandarin combo is something I never would have thought before.
Yeah.
You'd think if it was like this, it must be really delicate. Otherwise, we would have had a starburst in this flavor by now. It is kind of giving me like a 2 starbursts at once, seeing like one on each side of the mouth, where there's just like, there's the sharpness of the citrus, and then there's that like wonderful mellow melon thing going on.
Yeah.
And then maybe, I don't know, I'm not really getting a serious hint of anything floral or whatever, but I'm willing to give it a go. I mean, honestly, if we have to sit here and swelter, these are the perfumes for it. I feel like I'm on the subway to the beach. Wow. Some fruit blends are so lively that it's like they're not like that relaxing. They're just kind of like really intense. And weirdly, I just felt myself exhale spiritually smelling this.
On the skin, I feel like the tuberose just instantly popped out, and the melon went way in the background, and now I'm getting like a tuberose mandarin, which is equally enchanting as it was with the melon.
See, I'm having a kind of a different experience because...
Do you smell that?
Yes,
right?
and it's very different on you right away. Like for me, the melon holds. The melon is holding the fortress. The wall has not been breached. The tuberose horde is still on the other side, but they're like throwing up those like hook ladders. Yours definitely has much more of that like particular that floral note. Mine, you smell it here.
And the mandarin is like really popping out. Yeah. Oh wow.
Isn't that fascinating? So I don't know.
People are
like,
strange.
That's the trick with these. Depending on what your skin absorbs or amps, like you might end up with a totally different read on it. That's why we try to smell like what's in the bottle first. So it's just like here's what you get out of the gate. And even then, everyone has different sensitivities.
Yeah.
Some of you might have smelled stuff that we've talked about and been like, "Who are these weirdos and why do they lie?" You know, and yes, we need therapy because we believe we're telling the truth. You ready for the next phase of your vacation? Well, welcome to Cucumber Lime and Freesia. It's like on Price is Right or whatever when they're announcing that you want a vacation. This is where you're going. Let's hear about your trip.
Cucumber, lime, and freesia. Well, this is definitely somewhere tropical.
Wow. Instantly, I got like a kind of a lime popsicle thing coming off of this. Maybe because of like the extra, you know, humidity of the cucumber. It really
that's like, I mean, like
partners so well with the melon mandarin tuberose. Like these two are sisters from a different mister. God, I wish I had a mister. Speaking of humidity. Yeah, just
I'm
gorgeous.
mostly getting lime?
It's surprisingly warm. The lime is really strong in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a kind of like a...
That's lime for you.
There's a kind of a nice warm... It's like a warm, open-air market kind of scent. Definitely smells like like something you would smell coming out of a fancy shop walking down, you know, walking in the French Quarter. It's like an incredible summer fruity floral. Almost something salty about it. Like margarita, but make it fashion.
Yeah.
And it's not super sweet. I mean, look at lime and cucumber are not sweet. And the freesia has like its own kind of like floral sweetness, and that's where any sweetness is coming from. So it does ultimately have this kind of like peaceful, sweet edge to it, but that's not what it's leading with. It's very inviting.
It's very inviting. It's like true good summer vibes.
Yes.
Type shit, you know?
Right.
And these two together, which I have put next to each other, I just feel like they're,
I almost like decapitated you. Oh my gosh. Like a katana in Mortal Kombat. I just jabbed you.
Ow.
I'm sorry, you can do it to me.
I'm startled. I don't want to do that.
I'm startled. Don't startle Galen.
I didn't expect
Don't touch him
that.
when he's warm.
No.
Well, the time has come to get to our black cherry vanilla bean and champaka experience. And I predict from years of experience that the black cherry is going to hit us in the face right out of the bottle. Yes, there it is. Damn. I love that. Whenever I smell a cherry heavy scent from the lab, I always, like, if it's maraschino or black cherry, it takes me right back to my summer vacation job working at the ice cream parlor in 11th grade. Which is not a happy memory, but, like, that part of it was nice.
Well, and I think that the fact that it's the cherry and the vanilla bean, it really does give it, like, this, like, ice cream sundae milkshake, or like a root beer float almost, not with root beer, but like, you know, like a soda float.
Yeah, I gotcha. There's something else in there, though.
I love this one. Yes, the champaka.
Yeah, and that is interfering with it being like perfectly gourmand in the bottle.
Yeah.
Even. There's like an incensey quality.
Yeah.
Underneath that's like, don't eat the potpourri. Wow. And on the skin, it's even more so immediately. Here, like the cherry truly is like the garnish on the sundae that most people treat it as. I'm getting much more of the champaka and the vanilla together, with just like a hint of cherry. Did that happen to you too?
Like, I can still get the cherry, but it's like,
yes,
the champaka is way more out there than it was in the bottle.
That's good news for people who are chasing that particular part of it.
I just think this is like so heavenly. I love this one.
This one's gotta layer really well with the fig coconut and cream.
I have a plan to do that.
Yes, I'm going back and forth right now, and like, it's fun. I like how I feel.
And it's fun.
Yeah, I'm drowning in my own.
It's fun.
Perspiration. So the one that we are missing, by the way, and I should have addressed this earlier, is the hazelnut, red amber, and toasted sandalwood. And coincidentally, that is the one that I am most fanatically excited to try.
I was really excited about that one too.
We don't have it.
We'll cover it. We can cover it with the other.
I guess
stuff.
we can do that, but you know
Slip
it's
it in.
good, so it's just like buy it. Just buy it.
If you think you're like gonna like it, you're probably gonna like it.
We're gonna switch from doing like scent descriptions and reviews to just being like presenting scents and just be like, just buy it, like QVC style for real, because it's like it's really just not that important. You'll like it. That brings us to yet another in our Thumber Thalid theories, which is the tomato, patchouli root, and cedar bean. Got a lot of questions when this came out about what exactly is a cedar bean, and
I would love to know.
Our perfumer Elizabeth has made sure to mention that this is basically her just kind of like silly poetic license in terms of talking about cedar berries. She was just being cute and didn't realize, I think, how literally people would take it and be like, qua? So, tomato, patchouli root, and like a cedar berry. So, not a salad I would eat. But maybe like one of those, decorative centerpiece salads. Don't eat it. It's just for decoration.
You can't even try it. It's completely lacquered.
We did a tomato scent last summer, and I remember people were in such denial about it. And they'd be like, tomato leaf, right? And we had to be like, nope, tomato. People call them love apples, but I don't love them. That's from 3 Women. This is incredible.
I think this is like the real surprise of this group, because I didn't really know what to expect going into it.
Same.
And when I bottled this yesterday, I was just like,
it's so
just
unusual.
more than I would have even imagined. I wasn't sure. I was expecting more of a salad kind of thing. And it is so like deep and earthy and like,
but also kind of like sharp and playful. So there is a hint of overlap with like the pumpkin gazpacho that we had done. Like, we did a gazpacho perfume. In terms of there being like a kind of like a cool green, like lightly acidic, almost like vegetal scent.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the cedar berry, I think, and what was the other thing?
Patchouli root.
Patchouli root. Yeah, so it takes it out of the gourmand, and it does not smell like a soup really at all.
No.
It just smells like it's like being in a garden in a small clearing in a forest. Like there is like a hut on chicken legs nearby, and you're just working in the garden. It's like I can smell the trees.
Yeah.
And the earth, and the tomato is not. It's not like a robustly tomatoey. We're not talking about like a Chef Boyardee perfume experience here. It's more like
no, we're not. Not at all.
It's truly more like if you cut a tomato open and smelled it rather than if you were eating it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something kind of like warm and red and like acidic, but not like a flavor. I don't know. That's magic.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even put it on yet. That's how crazy. I mean, really, so unusual. This is like hippie glam, I think. This is like when you want to smell like something like natural, but you also want to seem like psychotically attractive, And there is like a place where those line up. It can be difficult to find because there are so many natural products out there and natural fragrances or whatever that sound like a good idea, but like in practice just don't really like rise to the occasion. This is like, to me, this is like the ultimate like hippie witch glam for summer.
What do I say? What can I say? I'm like trying to figure out what this is making me feel. It's like, I don't want to say it's salty, because it's not, but there's just like that warmth.
There is like
almost like a bit of a zest.
I was gonna say almost maybe like I mean that could be like the acidic thing I was mentioning, and also there is like maybe a faint mineralic quality from the tomato also, because it's just like watery. I don't know.
Okay, maybe that's it.
but it's like there's a freshness.
Yeah, and like the woodsiness of the cedar bean, cedar berry. It's just like really something else.
It is sweetening up on my skin. It makes me wonder if it's the same sweet patchouli that we clocked earlier in the OAKMOSS situation.
You know what? It might be.
Just a theory. So that is 7 out of 8 Ménage à Trois from the recent Double Lunacy collection. So, we're going to be sniffing more of that collection as they are bottled because they're furiously working on that. This is just what we've got for now. Mm-hmm. So, it's rare that we actually get to sniff something these days before it goes out. So, maybe this will inform your purchases, or maybe you just had time to kill and think we're cute. So, either way, have a great summer. Stay cool. And we'll be seeing you soon. Bye.